And he was, I don't know, I've wondered, since I've got as old as I am, I wonder a lot of things, but I wonder how he got his law books. But he had,
Yeah.
5 or 6 bookcases
Bookcases
full of law books.
Yeah.
And he was so proud of them that when the fire got out and they was afraid it might burn all of Clinton, he had them call Joe, my husband, out of the fighting the fire, said, "Don't you think we better go move our books?"
File cabinet.
And Joe said, "Well, we'll watch, and if it burns this," there was an old building right across from the one there was a fire. There was a wooden building. They thought if it get on fire, it'd go on down the street. And so he didn't have to move his books. And she asked me today where they were, and I said Jim Burney had them, and I don't know whether what Hazel did with them. I guess she sold them to somebody else, but he sure was proud of those law books.
Oh, wow. Now, let's go back a little bit, Danece. Now, when you was a little girl, and y'all lived down here at the old place, that'd be out here on towards Choctaw, was Uncle Opie a lawyer then?
No, he taught school at
He taught school at Choctaw?
Oh, in the Barrens.
In the Barrens?
And at Shirley.
Okay.
And I don't, he must have started practicing law about the time I was born. I don't really know.
Okay. But
my sister was 7 years older than I am, and I was born in 22. I'm 96.
Wow.
And he was practicing law when we moved to
Clinton. Now,
and I was in the first grade at Choctaw, and then I
went to Choctaw
Clinton.
first grade. Then when y'all moved down on the highway, that's in 29?
I guess. About then.
And, yeah, you'd be about 7 years old.
Yeah.
And then you went to second grade at Clinton.
Yeah.
And you went the rest of your life at Clinton. Graduated Clinton High School.
Right.
That's exactly right. And as time goes on, World War II come along. Now, were you and Joe married when World War II started, or?
No.
He was in the Army?
Yeah.
He come home on leave, and got married.
Well, no, he came home on leave, and then I later went to Georgia, and we married in Georgia.
Okay. But now, had he been to Alaska then?
Yeah.
Okay, Joe was stationed in Alaska during World War II. And, of course, you know, he'd tell me them stories. And one of his buddies there in Alaska was an Eskimo. I mean, a real Eskimo. And he said when they come got him on leave, his family come got him with a dog sled and loaded him on and took him to home and brought him back to barracks when he got off leave. A dog sled. He said, now they were the real Eskimos. But anyhow, all right, I just want to bring that in about that dog sled. Joe liked to tell me that.
Deborah was out here the other night, and I let her read this, and she said, "Did you write that?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Are you sure you wrote that?" And I said, "Yes."
Yeah.
She said, "Well, you were a pretty good writer." I thought I couldn't do it now. Anyway, Joe was, I don't know what Daddy would have done if it hadn't been for Joe, because Joe was really, he is
right-hand man.
Right-hand man.